I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 207 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host Nick Theories and Philly Phil. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in to the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. We back. The merch is in too. We haven't been getting that many DMs. That's fucked up. Support. But it's your loss. So whether you're fat, skinny, mid, we got you. Send us a DM. Send us a text. I'm calling you out, Caesar. All right, let's get it going. The NBA draft is about to start in a minute or two. Kind of upset we're missing it. But we'll be getting updates on our phone so we can kind of go through it.
Do you care about it that much?
Honestly, dude, no. And it's funny that you say that because when we were talking about it earlier, when we were putting down topics and shit, and we were talking about like the first 5 picks and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah, me either.
I really don't. Like, I'm curious to see where Zach Edey goes.
Yeah.
Or Edey, however you say his last name. Curiously, because like he's kind of like he's an old school center, and I don't know where he's gonna fit. I saw that Portland really liked him at number 8. Like Tom asked me today when he was at work.
They're number 7, actually.
Tom texted me and asked me to do something for him today to place a bet because he was at work. And he asked me about it. And the 2 names he said, I was laughing. I didn't even know who the fuck they were. I had to go into the search bar.
What were the names?
Rob Holland and Mattis Bazil or something like Brasil. I don't know. And he texted me them. I'm like, I don't even know the guys. I just know that the one guy that the Hawks were thinking about getting was from France.
Yeah, I don't know anybody either.
I didn't know. I'm dead serious. And I'm laughing to myself. And I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't even know. Like sometimes I can make a comment like, oh yeah, dude, I don't think he's going top 5. And then, but like with that, I'm like, yeah, I got to be honest. That's why when I was talking to you this morning, I'm like, yeah, we can't really talk about that because I don't really have anything to say and I don't want to look like a fool.
Right.
I don't know it.
I'm right with you, dude. Yeah, this is the first time I'm looking at like these names, dude. I don't even know these people. So I can't even sit here and pretend.
That's what I mean. Like if somebody said like, oh, do you think that Rob Holland or the dude from France, I can't even think, Sriracha, is going to go second or third?
Sriracha?
I don't even know his name. He's from France. The thing
what about Alexander Sarr? I know him, or is that his name, Alexander or Alexandri or
something?
Alex Sarr?
Yeah,
he's really big in the sports car world. I know that. I do see that. So I have some knowledge of him.
Yeah,
but outside of that, I don't know shit.
It's
I'm
not.
gonna keep it 1,000.
The craziest thing is like I don't feel like there's a slam dunk, like a pure number 1 here. It's just by default.
Yeah.
Like every year when something comes out.
The only name I really know is Bronny.
I was just gonna say that. And
Zach.
And yeah, Zach, and the dude from Kentucky.
Yeah.
I forget his name. Such with an F. But we
Reed Shepard. I know him. He's tough, bro.
And the one dude out of USC, like Colian or something.
Reed Shepard
played with Bronny.
Good, bro.
But like my thing is, dude, is the whole draft is gonna be dominated by where does Bronny go?
Mm-hmm.
And I have an odd feeling that he's going 17th to the Lakers. I don't think he's going to the second round because the Lakers don't draft again until 55. 55.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, the Lakers draft
17 and 55. They only have 2 picks tonight. Mm-hmm. Well, the second round's tomorrow.
Well, the Sixers picked before then too.
At 54.
We're projected,
or 53.
We're projected Tristan de Silva. I don't know.
I only know Anderson Silva.
But yo, you know Dalton Connect though.
Yeah,
he's
kind
tough.
of.
He's tough. He's pretty good. Bro.
I know, but I wasn't really into it like that.
Yeah.
Like normally I know a few names. I'm like, damn, I like these guys.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he lit it up. He was great last year in college. He was fucking awesome.
But for me to come on here and cap and act like I know what I'm talking about, I'm not about that. So that's why I was like, I don't really give a fuck. I'm really curious to see where Bronny goes. I genuinely believe like that he's going 17th to the Lakers.
I don't know. You think so? Just because of LeBron?
I just do. Yeah.
Yeah, but is that a basketball decision or is that rubbing somebody's back decision? Because
maybe both.
But you got to act professional. Who's the better basketball? Who's the best basketball player on the board that fits your team?
The problem,
You can't say
well,
Bronny
you
because
gotta wait.
I
know that.
his
I know
dad's on
that.
the team. That's
But
crazy.
but the other part of it is like, is there really a sure thing in this draft? So if anything, to take a stab would be this draft.
Yeah, but see, like I look at a team as if they're going to acquire Bronny James, they have every intention on trying to get LeBron James to their city at some point in time in the next year or two.
Yeah.
That's how I look at that move. So which team is it? Like
it's the Lakers.
That's where I'm like, do you even think he's going to get drafted in the first round?
Yeah.
See, like I don't know. Unless a team feels like they can sign LeBron in the near future, I don't think he's going to go in the first round, Mike. I don't. And my reasoning is it's just he wasn't good in college. I understand the combine and the draft. I get that, right? Like you can still perform, but you're not playing real basketball. They're going to only go off the tape that they saw in college. That's fair, bro. Right? So that's how I look at that situation. And my thing is like in real professional basketball, I feel like the first 28 teams are going to pick the best player, and he's not the best. He's not a top 28 player.
I disagree on that because with the NBA, dude, when you eat, first of all second round picks for the most part are flyers.
Sure, yeah, I mean,
but it's like when you're a quality,
but he's also but you're going based on the name, the James family. Like I get that, but
I think Bronny could play a little bit when I see him. And my thing is that if you're not sure of a player at 4 or 5, and there wasn't a sure thing, it's like, why not take a stab? The only reason I say that for the Lakers, though, is because at that point, the Lakers have 17, 34, fucking 51.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They got 34 more picks before they pick again, or 38 more picks before they pick again. Do you trust the Mavericks, Daryl Morey, James Jones in Houston and Phoenix? Why? I wouldn't trust it.
Well, CBS has Bronny James going pick 55 to the Lakers in round 2.
I don't think he lasts that long.
You don't think so?
Pause.
Just because
of his name, dude. And look, we live in a world of.
But my thing is this: do you think that teams are even looking at Bronny just to acquire LeBron? Though, because I do, but I don't think there's many teams as we think.
I don't think it's like that. I think with Bronny, it would just be does he have what his dad has? And I'm not saying as good as him, but is he made of the right stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And when you have the family name, Kevin Garnett said it perfectly. He's got that blood, the DNA, the genes. When you come from that, you know what I mean? And look, be honest though, we live in a world of nepotism.
Right.
Corporate world.
Sure.
There's no difference in you being buddy and kind of doing it. I mean, not for nothing. Look at Kamala Harris.
It's politics.
What?
It's politics.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know, it's just like, and I'm sure you're probably going to run into this unless you coach your son's ball. But more or less, like the best player doesn't always play on
correct
unless the father's a part of it. Like it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Like everybody plays favoritism. So maybe you might be right about that. I don't know. Well, we're gonna find out. I don't think he's going in the first round. That's my prediction. The
thing is though, is that I like the angle you put there with Gianni. I mean, not granted, he's 5 years older than T-ball, but there is a different there. But the difference is like now look, that's not what's best for the team. Like I think as if the Lakers. Oh, I got what you're saying.
But yeah, my thing is like the Lakers at 17, you're gonna select Bronny just because like they have LeBron. Well, like to me, that is not in the best interest of the Lakers and at that pick, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think maybe if they want to trade up, maybe later.
Now that could be something.
But at 17, I think
it's early. That is what I feel is going to happen because I don't think that they're going to play that game and they want to get LeBron back. And here's the thing: LeBron's not leaving regardless.
No,
I think LeBron and LA. I think LeBron, Rich Paul, Mav. I think they're more interested in making sure LeBron doesn't go to a team like the Pistons or a hellhole, where the team is consistently trash and they don't develop their players and things like that. That's what I think it is. I don't think it's so much playing with LeBron. I think it's more about going to a team that has a good system. Like, I don't think they would be upset if he got drafted to the Warriors, if he got drafted to the Sixers.
Yeah, but why would he be upset at all getting drafted? You got drafted.
No, I'm saying his dad, not Bronny.
I know, but like even so, why would you be upset? Your son got drafted in the NBA. You're fucking upset.
Dude,
that is how goddamn privileged you are, bro.
No, I get it, but
like,
I wouldn't. But dude, if I was in LeBron's shoes or you were in LeBron's shoes and you had your son there, you wouldn't want him going to the Pistons.
Of course not, but I'm not going to be upset about it.
I would.
I let the chips fall where they may.
I would. First of all, the city's a shithole. That's number one. The city's a shithole.
I get that. No,
and
I
number two, the team is they had 5 wins in like the first 40 games.
The city's a shithole, but it doesn't mean you necessarily have to live in this shithole.
I get it, but I just like
you have your own estates and everything. I'm sure.
For me, man, I feel like it's really about his development because Bronny still needs time to develop. And what also, I'm so glad I just remembered this. The other thing about Bronny is that has me thinking like that is, did you watch JJ's presser? I watched the whole thing. It was 50 minutes.
Great. I didn't watch the whole thing. But
okay, so I watched the whole thing. And at one point there was not a segment, but like a clip where they showed in there, maybe at like 35, 40 minutes, where JJ and Rob Pelinka were specifically talking about growing young talent, similar to like how the Heat do it. Like, I don't think LeBron would be mad if Bronny got drafted to the Heat either, because look what Duncan Robinson, all that. But I feel like that they were hinting at that they want to get young players and develop them. And I'm just like, you got JJ Reddick, LeBron's dangling, 17.55. Do you run that risk of somebody taking them? And it's like, you want to develop young players. Well, there you go. There's no other sure thing. I don't think the draft is that good because, and here's the thing, and that's coming from somebody that doesn't know a lot of the players in it. But by the same token, it's like, there's no buzz about anyone. Normally there's buzz about somebody. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want to say there's buzz around Edey, okay, but that's just because it's like, how's he going to do in the NBA? Because he was dominant at Purdue. Yeah, how's an old school center going to do?
CBS has him going 19.
To who is that?
19 Hells? To the Raptors. That'd be interesting. I could see him as a Raptor too.
He's a Raptor.
He looks like
he looks like a Raptor.
100%. But so what you're saying is there's no slam dunk number 1 overall pick?
No.
It's just
from everything that I've read, no.
It's an open floor.
Yeah. From everything that I've read, no.
So if you're the Hawks, what do you do? Do you like?
They just drafted that guy, the French guy.
The Versace? Yeah. Is that who you're talking about? Versace?
Yeah. I said Sriracha.
Yeah, Sriracha.
That's crazy. But I couldn't say his name. It is what it is, bro. I don't know. All these players come from France now.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, American ball is dead.
Yeah, like Alex Sarri came from France too.
Yeah, I only know.
But that kid Reece Shepherd is pretty good.
I only know Zara Rose.
Yeah, Zara Rose is fucking crazy. That's crazy, man.
So going back to JJ, what do you think of the presser from what you watched of it? Because like I said, I watched the whole thing. He fucking nailed that.
He did.
Like that was one of the best introductory interviews I've ever seen.
He's gonna have to. I'll tell you what though. He's gonna have to have some thick skin though in LA.
He has it though because he believes in himself.
Yeah, he does. But
body.
But he does answer to a lot of critics too.
Yeah, but when you're confident like that, you don't care. Think about us when we go back at people in comments.
Right. Nah, I mean, look, I loved it.
I believe what the fuck I say.
I loved it. Do you think he's gonna last, though? Pause.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, dude, I think he's gonna be really good. I actually have a prediction.
Do you think he's gonna be really good?
I think he's gonna be really good. I think JJ Reddick has a chance to be the first rookie head coach to win Coach of the Year since Doc Rivers.
Based on what?
I feel like JJ Reddick, when I watched that interview and from when I watched him on First Take and when I watch him on the Old Man and the Three and I watched him on the Big podcast, when I see him, he just looks like a guy that commands respect and gets it. And when you watched him on Mind the Game, and look, I know it's different, but he's humble. Like he said, I'm going to have blind spots. There's going to be shit that I make mistakes on. I'm going to have to learn. There's going to be a learning curve. It just seems like he understands. He gets it. Like that's the vibe I got.
Yeah.
He did not seem overwhelmed by, I'm the coach of the Lakers. It seemed like I'm ready to go. And then when you have, LeBron's got his support. Apparently AD was instrumental.
Yeah, LeBron hired him.
Maybe.
Absolutely. Bro, they had a fucking podcast together. Of course he hired him.
I don't think so.
Absolutely he did.
Well, they said that AD loved him. They said that AD loved him. But my point is, though, is that Austin Reeves said it too. So it's like when I see that dude, he just looked like he had command. He looked confident. He looked like he knew what he was talking about. He answered all the questions directly. I mean, when he told the lady, like when she said, like, do you want to prove the naysayers wrong? And he was like, you know, I don't have a good answer for you because I genuinely don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm sold. I'm like, this is Coach of the Year vibes. And I went and looked it up. That's how I found out about Doc Rivers. Because I was like, I wonder if I could place a bet on JJ to win Coach of the Year. And I went and Googled it, and it was like Doc Rivers won with the Magic. I think it was like 97, 98 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, why not? Could he shock the world? I don't think he's going to be trash. I can say that. Like, I don't think he's going to be ass at all.
I don't think so either, because he's going to have LeBron. He's going to have the Lakers team.
Yeah,
so
but I mean, not for nothing. You could
make
make an argument that they were ass last year.
What,
they were a play-in team and then lost in the first round.
Yeah, of course. It was expected for them to lose in the first round, though.
I mean,
it was.
The Timberwolves did it.
It was, though, bro.
The Timberwolves did it.
They ran into the Nuggets.
Yeah, but the Timberwolves did it. The Timberwolves knocked them off. Why couldn't the Lakers?
Knocked who off? The Nuggets?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Wolves are younger.
I mean, look, I get it.
They're younger
to a degree.
And, bro, they were running on now. They were running all over them.
As far like, I don't know if I necessarily will go as far as saying he's gonna lead them to the championship to win the chip. I will say this though. I mean, obviously they're gonna take a few hundred from me because I'm gonna bet it when the odds are fucking plus 8,000-9,000. I'm gonna put probably $200 on it, 100%.
But JJ to be Coach of the Year and the Lakers to win the chip.
I probably wouldn't. I mean, you probably can't parlay that. If you can, I would absolutely do that.
That would be crazy.
I would absolutely try that. Even if I put $50 on that, that's that's at least 20 racks, at least.
Yeah, might be.
But even if JJ's plus 6,000 or 7,000, for me, that's worth 100. And then the Lakers are plus 8,000 to win the championship. It's another 100. I do that because I'm always going to believe in LeBron.
Yeah,
I'm never going to not do
what.
That. No matter what, until I don't ever think LeBron's going to be trash. Show me evidence show me what evidence you have that LeBron. I'm not saying he's not going to slow down. I'm just saying, show me the evidence where you look at LeBron and you're like, yeah, dude, that he just don't got it.
I mean, bro, he's still putting on 30. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
What are you supposed to do? Oh, and JJ's also analytical, but I don't think he's stupid analytical. JJ, when he said, I'm gonna use math. And for me, when he said that, I'm like, you're going to use it. You're not going to rely on it. And that's my biggest problem. I've said that football, baseball, I said that about Dan Campbell. I'll give this from each sport. I'll give it. Dan Campbell, bro, take a field goal.
Yeah.
Come on, cuz. Baseball, topper. Leave your fucking pitchers in, dude. They're making $100 million. They shouldn't get that contract if they can't go an extra inning. Right. I don't care what those numbers say. Put the trust in your professional fucking pitcher.
Right.
That he can throw you 7 innings. Mm-hmm. And then for basketball, it's like, dude, at the end of the day, bro, the Rockets cost themselves against the Warriors when they missed 27 threes. Like, when you're 15, 16 in, it's like, all right, go get a layup. go get a mid-range jump shot. Stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
So when he said, I'm going to use math, I'm like, all right, I get it. So I was really, really impressed with JJ, if you couldn't tell. But I think
we love him, dude.
You're
all in.
Oh yeah. It's the Late Show. It's the Jay Show.
Yeah, but would you feel that way if he was coaching the Hawks?
If off that press conference, yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't think you would go this hard.
No. Well, my thing is it would depend on the players. Like, do I think that JJ's going to go and turn around a team like the Hawks that's a meddling team? Not really. Not in year one. But with the team, I think the Lakers have a good team.
Yeah, but they're going to need coaching now.
Who? Yeah, but I think
they want to develop young talent. You're going to need coaching.
I know, and I think JJ's like that. But the reason I'm saying the Hawks is because the Hawks aren't teetering on championship aspirations. The Lakers legitimately are. And again, if you look at the Lakers or the Hawks,
they're close. They need another piece.
The Lakers, yeah. But coaching difference can also do that.
They need another scorer.
They need another scorer, and I got that. But he said we're going to get 2-way players. I want 6, 7, 8 guys that can play both ways. Like, he was just talking about the right shit.
Right. I know, but anybody can say that though, dude.
I know, but he just gets it.
I know, but like, how hard is it to get it though? I mean, of course. Dude, what do you want? But guys, I think 6, 7, 8 guys to play both ways.
What if Darvin? But what if Darvin didn't have specific players that he wanted to go and chase? What if he wasn't scouting like that? And then
unless Darvin Ham's message is a lot more blurrier than Reddick's, because maybe he speaks a language that the players can resonate
Yes.
with, whereas Darvin Ham couldn't.
He only played for like 3 or 4 years.
Like that does matter. Though.
Yes.
Like that's how you connect with other PA.
And JJ's not scared of confrontation. Like when he used to go at Stephen A and Mad Dog, like he used to Chris Russo, like he would go at them, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, yo, holy shit, dude! Like you're on TV. But that's just the way.
He went viral for snapping on somebody.
Kendrick Perkins was the first one. Then he snapped on Stephen A and Mad Dog when he said, like, it's evident. I mean this in the nicest way possible, but it's evident that you two have never played high level basketball. The clip is funny as hell, but it was so real because like they were saying something about Kawhi. I mean, I actually agree with Stephen A though. Like Kawhi's a terrible superstar. That's what the segment was. But I agreed with Stephen A on that. It was just like when JJ said that, it was like, damn. That could have went south because not that he went personal, but like he came at them.
Yeah. I mean, his story is actually kind of crazy, but like I've seen a lot of clips out there where there's like people kind of, I don't want to say they're not happy for JJ, but they know there's other coaches that are better than him. What do you say about that though? Like there's other candidates that have already put their time in. Well, they've already been seasoned.
So it's a few things. Number one, it's nepotism. And number two, JJ's going to get that. And let's just call it what it is because JJ's white.
You think so?
Yes, I know so. That's what it is. Because the first thing on ESPN, they were talking about it. Oh, black head coaches have called me about
I'm not going to lie.
Within the league. And it's like, you look at it and it's like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, here's the thing. Sam Cassell. I wanted the fucking Sixers to get Sam Cassell before they got Doc Rivers.
Mm-hmm.
Or there was somebody in there. Oh, it might have been after Brett. No. Brett Brown was Monty Williams, who I wanted too. But like, I don't know. If somebody asked me like, why was there buzz about it? It's because JJ Reddick is white and he's a first-time head coach with no experience. And I don't see how you could argue that because every time it was brought up, it was about black coaches that haven't gotten opportunities. But
see, I never thought it that way.
Me neither. But
that's exactly not where.
But my point is I just want to say this: like, okay, Chauncey Billups got a job with the Trailblazers 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Chauncey Billups obviously is black. Chauncey Billups is actually one of my favorite players. I loved him on the Pistons.
He's great.
But by the same token, it's like, do I think Chauncey Billups is a trash coach because he's black? No. I just think he's in a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
It has nothing to do with the color of his skin. He's just, I don't know if he's a good coach.
Yeah.
Willie Green got a job with the Pelicans. I think Willie Green's a fucking awesome coach. I don't think that because he's black. I just think it's because he's a good coach. He can relate to the players.
So if JJ has a better record than these guys that you're mentioning, does it make him a better coach? Or
it depends. He's going to be compared to Darvin Ham.
My thing is like, how do you measure that? Like the only thing you can measure JJ on is the overall team success. If the team goes out in the first round again, that's a reflection on the coach, bro.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even though he made the playoffs, which is still a good thing, but it's not really like an accomplishment in basketball. I think a lot, especially in Lakers.
He's going to be compared.
It's expected.
He's going to be compared to Darvin Ham. Does he make the finals? Does he make the West Finals? I don't know. I don't know what that is, but that's where he's going to get compared.
Does he have a short leash? Because if he doesn't have it, so this is a long-term thing.
I don't think it's a short leash, no, because they talked about the future and growing players.
So you think this is like
I think they're all in on him.
So until they stink, then you're going to hear rumblings of, oh, this was a bad hire. He doesn't. It's just there's going to be something that creates a narrative. If things go bad, I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is probably a 3-year project.
I don't know because it depends on do they get another piece.
I think he's in a 3-year window. I think the first year is what it is. The problem is LeBron's getting older.
Yeah.
That's the big issue. Right?
Yeah.
The clock is ticking quickly.
Yeah.
So for the Lakers to go in on a rookie coach, that's pretty ballsy, dude.
Yeah.
Like it is because
I know it is. But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't about LeBron. That's what I'm telling you. It wasn't about LeBron. It wasn't. You don't make that hire if it's solely about your 40-year-old superstar.
Well, it should always be about the 40-year-old superstar.
It can't be. It's got to be
hired him though.
But it's got to be AD.
LeBron hired.
It wasn't though.
He 100% did. Bro.
Everything that I've read said that he wanted to be out of it. He was not involved in it.
They had a podcast together.
What does that mean?
Bro, off camera, bro. You think you like,
I'm not saying that it wasn't, but he didn't hire him. Like I don't think that LeBron went to Rob Pelinka and said you need to hire JJ. I don't because they offered Dan Hurley the job.
That's true.
They offered somebody a job.
But JJ's name was also in the mix, too.
It was. He was being interviewed. But he also interviewed for Toronto Raptors. He also interviewed for the Charlotte Hornets. So JJ was already being looked at because you can tell when he speaks. He's eloquent. He's a student of the game.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's straightforward.
Yeah, he is.
And you can respect that. And when you listen to him talk, like I said, eloquent, he knows what he's talking about. So it wasn't like the Lakers randomly were the first ones to take him and hire him, but you offered Dan Hurley 6 years, $80 million, or 6 years, $70 million. So don't tell me that LeBron hired JJ, because if Dan Hurley accepts it, it's a non-conversation. And he addressed that in the press conference.
He definitely had a part in it, dude. 100% he had a part.
Probably just from having the podcast, but at that point you were allowing your friend to show you what he's capable of.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like, my thing is that I think there was probably better coaches out there. That was the argument that I brought up to you. Remember, like, what was your thoughts on other people saying that? You were saying he was white, and I was like, I don't think that was the case. I think it's a great story. I'm looking at it from a different angle. I think it's cool as fuck.
Well, yeah, they were talking about white privilege, though.
Hold on. I think it's cool as fuck that a podcaster became the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers
on his 40th birthday.
Do you understand that fucking magnitude? Like, that's where I was taking this conversation, man.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is amazing. Like,
it is.
Of him being on TV, then him doing his own thing, venturing out, going independent, going on shows, doing his own podcast, then going on with LeBron, then really expanding his knowledge to basketball on a bigger scale. When you're talking with LeBron, bro, you have attention, okay? Like, attention that you're not used to having. When you talk to LeBron, he has at least 10 million people that watch him.
Of course.
Right? So you have eyeballs everywhere. So this gives you more attention on yourself to show your knowledge to the game, right? And he mastered all that.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's so fucking cool that a podcaster / TV analyst became the head coach of the LA Lakers. That's fucking dope. That's dope. That's fucking cool as shit.
I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him. Like, I'm rooting for him. I genuinely think he's going to do all right. I worry about the leash, though. Like, I worry that, like, if things go south, what do they hang there? How do you judge them? You know what I mean? Because you brought up, like, Chauncey Billups, and you don't think that he's a bad coach, but you think he's in a bad situation. Well, if you're saying that they're on the verge of the championship and JJ's inheriting a good situation and they fall short, well, how do you measure that? Do you think he's a good coach, or do you think he's just not, like, he ain't there yet? He's not championship level yet. Like, that's how that I say it. How is he going to be properly judged?
I mean, look, if he makes the playoffs, it's going to be like, but here's the problem. Let me compare it to this. What about Steve Kerr?
What about him?
Steve Kerr was under the same thing, but he inherited a fucking
I agree with you. Yeah, exactly. I don't look at Steve Kerr as like, oh, he's a GOAT. I don't do that.
No, neither do I. I'm with you on that. Because if
I don't think anybody does.
If Steve Kerr took the job for the Knicks over Derek Fisher, Steve Kerr would have been ass.
Exactly.
Because that team was garbage. The first move they did was sign who was it? He was old as shit, way past his prime. That was the first move when Phil Jackson was the fucking GM. Who was it? It was,
look, if Mark Jackson,
Lamar Odom.
If Mark Jackson never got fired from the Warriors, Mark Jackson looks like he would be one of the GOATs.
Mark Jackson,
that's
not for nothing.
Straight. He would be one of the GOATs.
Before we got Nick Nurse, before we got Doc Rivers, and I was beating the fucking table for Mark Jackson, dude. If the Lakers would have got Mark Jackson, I would have been happy as hell. Mark Jackson, I will never understand that. That dude built the Warriors.
That's what I'm saying.
He drafted them. He was the one who let Clay and Steph start bombing fucking 35-footers. Mm-hmm. That was Mark Jackson, dude.
Yeah.
And they were upset. They were upset when they fired Mark Jackson because Steph Curry talked about their connection through faith.
Right.
So it's like you see that and it's like, yo, I don't understand what they're doing. Mark Jackson needs to be in Detroit and rally them fucking boys because they got nice young talent over there, dude. Mm-hmm. They just can't put it together. I don't know what Monty Williams was doing.
Yeah.
He got fired in a year after they gave him 6 years and fucking $90 million.
Right.
And healthcare and shit like that. It's wild.
So that's my point. It's like the point is like I am interested in seeing how he's going to be properly judged.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Like I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm looking forward to that. That you know, it's going to be an awesome season, dude.
Let's go. I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait for October.
Yeah, basketball's fire.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the Knicks, who we were just talking about. They traded for Mikal Bridges. So the Knicks got Mikal Bridges and a second-round pick in 2026. The Nets got Bojan Bogdanovic, an unprotected first in 25, unprotected first in 27, unprotected first in 29, unprotected first in 31, unprotected pick swap in 28, a top 4 protected 25 first rounder, and a second round pick in 25.
Damn. I mean, they got.
I just spoke so fast. I don't even know if the people listening, all 7 of them, I don't know if all 7 of those people could even understand me.
I mean, the bottom line is they got like 5 first round picks.
And one of them is a pick
and a pick swap, but they got a top 4 protected pick.
I mean, they're not even going to be in there in the top. That don't even matter because it doesn't matter. The Knicks are going to be good next year unless there's a massive amount of injuries. So next year's first round pick, I don't really give a fuck. When you're a quality team, when you're a good team in the NBA, first round picks don't really matter.
Yeah, I learned that too.
Unless you got a LeBron or a Kobe or something like that, they don't mean, or a Curry, but like Curry didn't have an impact his rookie year. LeBron had an impact his rookie year, but Kobe didn't either. So it's like first round picks don't mean all that.
I still think they do, but in basketball, they really don't.
On the immediate.
Yeah.
But I mean,
they
you
get
can
traded
hit.
Like water in basketball.
Look at Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
This was his first year because he got injured, but he was awesome. So, but he wasn't ready to go win a title. And that's what it is. That's why when LeBron went back to Cleveland, they got the first overall pick with Wiggins. He's like, nah, fuck that. I want Kevin Love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, look, they got a hell of a lot for you could probably say like a superstar role player. I don't think Mikal Bridges is a star. I think he's a role player, but he's a star role player.
He'll fit perfectly on the Nets.
They're all boys. I think it's a good pickup for the Knicks.
Yeah, me too.
I really do like it. I wish the Sixers got him. And look, here's the thing. I know they paid a lot for him, but at the end of the day, bro, you got somebody as a two-way player.
I mean, I wish I knew he was available. Yeah. Shit. I mean, that's
what I'm saying. I'm not hating because I would have gave that up for the Sixers because it's like, all right, bring it in.
Yeah,
bring it
good,
in.
Yo, he's really good.
Like, you know what I mean? So if you had to give an extra pick or two, it's whatever. It's whatever to me because you got your guy.
He's really, really good. And you're right, man. They have the whole Nova team there.
The whole team.
So
my cousin Santo last night was like, he was like, are you going to go fucking fire Tibbs and hire Jay Wright next? I started laughing. I'm like, that'd be crazy if they did that. But it is the whole Villanova team.
But so he'll have so much like familiarity with like his teammates already. I don't think it's going to be like a culture shock either. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro, they're going to bring him in. And it's going to be all high. Like, imagine me and you are on a team
Brooklyn
together.
To New York. I mean, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
they
across the bridge.
Right across the bridge, yeah.
So then the OKC Thunder last week traded Josh Giddey to the Bulls for the Caruso. What do you think about that trade? Because I loved it for the Thunder.
Yeah, I do too, but I actually like Josh Giddey though.
So do I, but here's the thing. 2 things about this.
I like him.
With the emergence of Shea, you needed to get another defender. You didn't need Giddey anymore.
I know.
The other part of it is I don't understand, and it makes me think that Lonzo is going to get bought out. Because Giddey and Lonzo are the same player.
Yeah, no.
And Lonzo's coming back. And I feel bad because I love Lonzo. So I'm going to root for him when he comes back.
Yeah,
Lonzo is my guy. You know that. I said I would have traded him for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
I was right. And I said that before it was even popular.
I know, that's
like
real shit.
But I don't like it for the Bulls. And I love it for the Thunder, dude. Caruso there with the defense with Chet. Chet's a year older now. You got Jalen Williams, who's the best wing defender in the league. Or not him. Who's the other dude? Lou Dort's there. Like they got some players over there, dude. Yo. Yeah, I love it. I love it for the Thunder. And I said too, the Thunder were my team next year.
And he's a dog too. He plays hard.
Who?
Caruso.
Oh yeah, dude. That's why LeBron wanted him. LeBron never wanted to trade him.
Yeah, no, he plays really hard for them. And what's his name? Josh Giddey. Like when I was watching him, he kind of like lollygags here and there.
Who?
Josh Giddey. He makes some bonehead plays, dude.
He's like aloof.
I can't explain to him, bro. Like
he's chill.
Yeah, but like some of his passes are so ass. Like, dude, they were really bad, bro. He has a lot. I think he has potential. I do like his game. I just think that I don't know.
He don't do it for you.
Nah. Well, I was surprised the Thunder got rid of him though. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, so was I actually. But like I said, with the emergence of Shea, I kind of got it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still feel like he was still on the up and coming. Like I think he's an up and coming player.
Absolutely.
Like I don't think he's asked by any means.
He's young.
Yeah, he's young. That's crazy. No, I think he's an up and coming player. That's why I was surprised that they got rid of him. But other than that, I mean, I like him. I personally do.
Yeah,
I think he's a good player. I think he can be really good. But Caruso is going to fit perfectly with the Thunder.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's go to the NFL. All right, so there was kind of a thing going on that if you could start your NFL franchise with one player aside from Patrick Mahomes, who would it be?
All right. Well, my answer is actually kind of quite simple. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna go with CJ Stroud. And it's to me, it's just so simple, bro. He was 22 years old, won his first playoff game, overtook a franchise that hasn't won shit in the last whatever it was. I knew when we went out to lunch, I knew you were taking CJ Stroud. You thought I was taking Josh Allen.
I'm not taking CJ Stroud.
You're not taking CJ Stroud?
No.
Really?
Not even close. I don't even know how you are after the shit you said last week about fucking Brock Purdy.
Well, no, here's the reason why.
You're not. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not capping you. This is dead ass serious. I really thought about this.
Super cap.
Saying super cap.
You're not taking Josh Allen?
No.
That's insane.
Well, here's the reason why.
Go ahead.
Josh Allen, he's 28.
Mm-hmm.
He has treading on his tires.
Mm-hmm.
He does. I think Josh Allen's still going to play for another 10 years. But I have CJ Stroud at 22 years old. I'm going to have him for the next fucking 15 to 20. So I'm going to take the younger cat, and my guy doesn't. CJ Stroud doesn't rely on his legs either, as much as Josh Allen has to, whether that's his fault or not.
Yeah, I got you.
But I feel like CJ Stroud can develop into a better passer long term than Josh Allen would. Not to say Josh Allen doesn't have more talent than CJ. I think Josh Allen is better. I think Josh Allen's a better player.
Yeah.
I just think to start my franchise, I'll go younger and I'll take the young kid that's a star. To me, I just don't know how it's even debatable.
I get it. But you can go at that point, you can say, I mean, would you consider Love? Do you think Love's a prospect?
Well, I have a couple players on the runner-up.
Because
I want to hear yours first.
So me, I said Joe Burrow.
Okay, I knew you were going to go that way.
And obviously you knew that too. And I thought you were going to say Josh Allen. But I'll actually give you credit because you're not capping, but because what you just said actually makes sense. But I thought you were going to pick Josh Allen, and I just did because I know you love him. So I had my stuff ready to fucking crush you on why. We could go over that after, though. I'll show you some funny shit.
That's funny as shit.
But I will say, the reason I go with Joe Burrow, outside of him being my guy, the only concern people have, and it's a big concern, is he durable?
Right.
And look, I get it.
Fair.
It's
super fair.
It's a fair criticism. And this year, there's going to be a lot of pressure on him for that. He gets nicked up and misses a few games. You're going to have to start. Not that he's going to get Carson Wentzian, but you're going to start getting that. Like, you just can't depend on him.
Yeah.
And that sucks. But for me, I just go with Joe Burrow. And it's the 2 years healthy. The proof is in the pudding.
All right.
It's there in the grandfather voice. And when I look at stuff, it's like his rookie year, he had 2,700 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in 11 games. And he got hurt.
Right.
But that offensive line was garbage. He was a rookie.
Right.
He follows that up with 4,600, 34 touchdowns, and 14 picks, and 108 rating. Follows that up with a Super Bowl appearance. Follows that with an AFC Championship game appearance, 4,475 yards, 35 touchdowns, 12 picks. Then last year he got hurt. He had 2,300 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 picks with a 91 rating. But my thing is that when I look at Joe Burrow, he's everything you want in a fucking quarterback. He can wiggle. He can get out of the pocket. He's precise and accurate as hell. Might be the most accurate quarterback in the league. He's got a rocket arm. And he's doing that with an offensive line that cannot protect him.
Right.
He got hit. What was it? He had 60 quarterback hits that Super Bowl year or something like that.
Yeah,
he got smoked.
Yeah,
then he got what, sacked 8 times against the Rams in the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. Super Bowl record, I think it was.
Right. And then I think against the Raiders, he got fucked up too.
Yeah.
So it's like when you see that, it's like, how do you not? And like I said, I get it, the injury stuff. But for me, it's Joe Burrow, and it's not even a question.
Well, he also has 2 wide receiver ones, too. Not everybody has
it.
That.
Works.
It definitely works.
He's in a good situation.
He's in a really good situation.
Which he will be losing Higgins.
Not to say he actually didn't inherit a good situation.
He inherited one of the worst
It's
franchises.
just the Cincinnati Bengals kind of supported him. They got him Jamar Chase.
Then they drafted T. Higgins.
Right.
So I'm with you on that too. But I will say this: it's kind of odd because as much as I really fuck with C.J. Stroud, and it's funny you say this. It's funny you brought him up because when you were talking about him last week, I actually was reading after that because I honestly thought that was one of your better. That was one of your better arguments because it really made sense. And when I was looking at it, it's like, all right, he threw 23 touchdowns. It's like, if Brock Purdy had CJ Stroud's numbers, they would have crushed them.
Mm-hmm.
They would have. And that's just real. And it goes by draft position, whatever.
It does.
But I'm just saying they would have crushed them. And my thing is that when you go look at Jordan Love's numbers, Jordan Love put on. He put the fuck on. And when you see that, it's like, why does everybody automatically jump to Stroud, but they don't jump to Love? So when you say that you would take Stroud, it's like, all right, well, you said you listed Love?
He's my number 2.
Because I think Love's got to be in there. I mean, how do you not do that?
Love, Herbert, Burrow, and Allen. That's my top 5.
Who was it? Love.
Stroud was number 1. I had Love. I had Herbert, Burrow, and Allen.
What about Jalen Hurts?
They weren't in order. I was just kind of saying that.
What about Jalen Hurts? Because he's only 25.
Well, here's the thing. This is who I would start a franchise with, right? I like a pocket passer.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's my style.
I'm with you because I don't mind the Herbert one either. Like I said, I think at present day, I think Herbert's overrated.
Absolutely,
I absolutely do because he's not a top 5 quarterback.
But I also don't feel like he had the proper coaching either.
Fair, but
I really don't. I think
he was throwing for a bunch of yards though.
Yeah, he was.
So when you're throwing for yards and touchdowns,
but his defense was fucking ass, so he couldn't
That's
stop
fair.
the nosebleed. So he had to keep putting up points. But that's not like every game.
Yeah,
either, you know what I mean. Like there were some games where he failed to score 14 points.
And let's talk about this. I'm great, Brian. It's so funny. Brian Cullen just said this. Thanks for tuning in, bro. It's so funny he just said this because I was about to say this guy's name.
I didn't.
Isn't it funny that you were that deep and so was I, and we never brought up Trevor Lawrence?
He was never considered.
He's not even considered for me, bro, because Trevor Lawrence isn't a top 10 quarterback.
Right.
Like if somebody said right now who I want to lead my franchise in the next 10 years, Dak Prescott or Trevor Lawrence, I'm taking Dak Prescott. I'm not even thinking twice.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Matt Stafford right now for 5 years before I would take Trevor Lawrence for 10 years.
Probably. I like Stafford. I think he's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he earned it.
No doubt.
He turned his
He was
career
fucking
around.
awesome.
And I was wrong about dude. It's crazy. Me and Tom used to argue about him all the time. And like we would laugh about it because I'm like, honestly, I never thought he was like that.
The Jags are booty, he said. That's what Brian. I mean, look.
Well, quarterback's got to turn the situation around.
That is true. I mean,
the Bengals were booty, and
the Texans were.
The Texans were booty.
They were really bad. Like they were down bad.
I don't understand it.
And they've been bad.
And then he went in there. I mean,
they did some trades where their draft capital was fucked up.
Let's do this. If you put CJ Stroud, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts on the Tennessee Titans right now, I have faith in all 4 of those guys I mentioned before I have in Trevor Lawrence. Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert.
I'm not out on Trevor Lawrence. Don't get it twisted. Like I'm not out on him. I'm just saying, like I haven't been impressed. Like I just and that's just honest. Like I don't think anybody else can say. I feel like everybody can say the same thing. I feel like a lot of people are saying, yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence has left a lot of meat on the bone. Pause. Like I really do. I feel like he's been overhyped, and I feel like the Jags, they actually have a decent squad. They don't have a bad team. Calvin Ridley just got $100 million in free agency. How bad could he be? Right? That's number one. You had Christian Kirk. I think Christian Kirk is good.
He's a baller.
I think Zay Jones is pretty good. I think you had a pretty good running back in Travis Etienne.
They lost Zay, though. He went to the Chiefs, right?
Next year. I'm saying previously, this year.
Oh, my bad.
He had Zay Jones. He has Travis Etienne. He had what's his name? Evan Ingram. Like he had weapons, bro. Like you can't say and their defense wasn't that bad.
I know.
So like you can't even say here and say they're a bad team. Like I just don't think he performed the way he was hyped. And I think that's why he got paid, because he got paid for his hype. I don't like
he got paid off of Clemson.
You can't tell me he's been impressive. You can't tell me he's been more impressive than Jalen Hurts. You'd be fucking lying. Jalen Hurts is a better player than him.
He is, absolutely.
And Jalen Hurts is getting paid less.
Brock Purdy's better than Trevor Lawrence right now.
Absolutely.
So it's that's what I'm saying.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Yeah. He's better right now.
Yeah, it's
like, I just don't. I don't care.
Speaking of Brock Purdy, what do you think about the whole Ayuk situation?
It's shitty. It is shitty. I can't believe that he went to an interview with fucking Jaden Daniels.
Is this not the crazy? I can't think of a crazier
That's like
situation.
WWE type of shit, bro.
He went to an interview with the Washington Redskins fucking quarterback.
Is that tampering? Any form?
I have no idea.
Is that legal? I mean, can you do that?
I honestly, I mean, I guess not.
I guess you can do it because he would have gotten in trouble, right? Like, I feel like they would have gotten somewhat.
I mean, truthfully, my whole thing is like, what the? I know they're bullies and all, but if I'm if I'm the Commanders, that like I'm looking at that sideways. Like, why do I want a diva like that? That's diva behavior.
That's not professional.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean to say diva, but I mean it is diva, but it's not professional. Like you're airing it out like that.
Yeah.
The Niners haven't said anything.
They haven't.
It was your dumbass on fucking FaceTime saying that.
It's on FaceTime,
like a child.
TikTok. It's the Instagram stories.
Like, bro, when I saw that, I thought it was Cap. I thought it was AI. To be honest, I thought it was.
Again, it comes down to the money factor, though. I mean, it's 100%. Like, he was saying that he don't feel respected for the number they gave him. I don't think they gave him Devontae Smith. I remember we talked about that.
Yeah.
I don't think they went that way, dude, for him. I don't.
I don't know how important he is. I know I'm being serious though. Like I'm not saying he's ass.
I think he's awesome though, man.
But my thing is why? But he's not a superstar.
He's not.
Is Brandon Ayuk a top 10 wide receiver? Just off the top of your head, do you think you can name 10 receivers that you think are better than Ayuk?
He's arguably top 10.
Okay. Do you think he's better than DJ Moore?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Or do you think they're in that group?
The numbers don't support that.
But would you prefer him to DJ Moore? Yeah. I would not.
I would.
Okay.
I like Ayuk.
I know.
I think he's awesome.
I'm just curious because my thing is you can't make money like that.
Like my thing is DJ Moore, he's good. I just don't think he's great. Like I don't think DJ Moore is a top 10 wide receiver.
No.
But like I feel
top
like
15.
But like I feel like Brandon Ayuk is arguably a top 10. Like if you had them at the 10, I can't even. I'm not going to sit here. And,
you got Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, AJ Brown, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill. I'm drawing a blank. Come with me.
Mike Evans, maybe.
Would you take Mike Evans or Ayuk?
I mean, Devontae Adams. Did you say?
I said Devontae.
Cooper Kupp.
I didn't say Cooper Kupp.
I would take Cooper. Here's the thing. I would take Brandon Ayuk over Deebo Samuel.
So would I.
And everybody calls Deebo a top 10 wide receiver.
Nah, when we did that, I would never do that. He's a hybrid, dude. He's not a wide receiver.
I know, but I'm just saying that's how people view him, though. Do you think he's better than Diggs?
Who?
Ayuk.
I would say no.
Right now, I say yes, but
I would say no. I still got some respect. I still got some respect for Diggs. I don't think he's better than Stephon.
So you got Jettas, Hill, Tyreek, of course.
Yeah.
Jamar.
Yep.
CeeDee.
Yep.
AJ.
Yep.
Devontae Adams.
That's 6.
Amon-Ra.
Yes. That's 7.
Cooper Kupp.
I don't know.
I'm taking Cooper Kupp.
A little older.
I know, but I'm taking Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp. I think
that's
he's going
7.
to be awesome this year.
Well, that was 7.
That's 8.
That's 8 because you got Cooper Kupp. We're missing somebody. Would you take T. Higgins or Ayuk?
Ayuk.
Over T. Higgins?
Yeah. I love T. Higgins, but Ayuk. He's more consistent.
Oh, man, bro.
What
about Smitty?
Look, T. Higgins is also injury prone.
I'm just asking. He is. That's fair. That's totally fair because that's the reason I said I would take Smitty over. Well, I don't know. I would probably take Smitty because Smitty's more durable right now. T. Higgins gets banged the fuck up. He does. It's lingering ailments. Would you take Smitty or Ayuk?
I think Higgins is probably top 25.
Would you take Smitty or Ayuk?
Like I said, dude, we talked about that last week, and I
didn't
honestly,
ask you who would you prefer.
I don't.
Is it a coin flip for you with them?
It's a coin flip.
You don't care either way.
I don't think you go wrong.
Okay.
I prefer the body type of Ayuk's over Smitty's. I think he's a much bigger receiver.
Yeah.
What about Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson. I was just going to say that. I'm taking Garrett Wilson.
I don't know about that. I would take Ayuk because I feel like if Ayuk, I feel like people are going to say Garrett Wilson because they're going to say, oh well, because of the Aaron Rodgers thing. I'm with you, but if you gave Brandon Ayuk some Aaron Rodgers, everybody's taking Brandon Ayuk.
Are you taking Olave or Ayuk?
Ayuk.
Okay, so am I. Are you taking Michael Pittman or Olave?
Or Olave?
Or Ayuk. I got Pittman.
That's tough.
Because Pittman's a straight dog.
He is a dog. But what I will say is, like, I feel like he lacks separation a little bit.
Fair.
And I think Ayuk
I got one for you.
I think Ayuk can.
I got one for you.
Can really do it.
You taking Ayuk or Puka?
That's tough, bro.
Fuck with me.
I don't even know how you can go away from Puka, bro, because if
that's why I asked that, because here's the thing.
Well, there are two wide receiver twos.
But hold on. We're going to do that. I know we'll do this in August and we're almost in July. So coming up soon.
Yeah.
How does somebody judge Puka going into the season? Because if somebody said he's a back end top 10, how do you fight that?
The numbers, his numbers were fucking absolutely insane, bro.
They were
they were
out of this world. That's why he was feeling alienated.
It was almost, Cooper Kupp being out for a little bit, that also helped the numbers. But the stats were fucking ridiculous.
But bro, he was the main focus with when Cooper went out. He was all their wide receivers. So I know he got more targets, but he was still doing his thing.
Bro, he had 105 catches and almost 1,500 yards.
I mean, come on, bro. As a rookie, what was he, a 4th or 5th round pick too, right? Or in a 3rd round, something like that.
And he's made some catches where I was like, wow, whoa. Like, only a veteran receiver would have known how to make that adjustment in the air.
Yep.
How to place his body, how to know how to keep his feet in at the same time. Like, bro, this guy was like a veteran.
I know.
Like, he was operating at a high speed, high level.
I know.
Week in and week out. And it was almost like they had 2 Cooper Kupps on their team. That's how good he was. Now, do I think he's better than I would take Puka. That's my preference.
What about scary fucking?
I would take Ayuk. I don't feel like scary fucking is ever elevated.
It's also had nobody.
I understand that. But either has D-Hop.
He's a rarity though.
I know, but
Jalen Waddle,
rare.
Jalen Waddle or Ayuk. DK Metcalf or Ayuk.
I don't know.
George Pickens or Ayuk.
I don't know. I watch Metcalf, and there's some games where I just wonder, why is he so big? What's the point? Pause. Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah, write that down. That's episode 207. Why is he so big?
Yeah, that is so wild. But like, you know what I mean? Like, why do you lift all those weights, bro? Like
all right, here's the last one I'm going to ask before we move on.
Bro, he wouldn't even have a catch for like 3 quarters.
Last one I want to ask before we move on. Christian Kirk or Brandon Ayuk?
I'd probably go Ayuk. I think Ayuk's awesome, bro. I think he's a home run hitter.
And he can do the underneath stuff.
Yeah, like he's good, dude.
I can't wait to do wide receivers.
Like
when we do it for the show, I can't wait to do that.
I mean, look, he had 75 catches, and where they had a backfield with Christian McCaffrey. I mean, that's pretty fucking good, dude. And you have Deebo Samuel on the other side with Kittle. Like, they got weapons, bro. And he still had 75 catches. Still, I mean, he was awesome, dude.
I know. I had him in fantasy.
He was awesome. Now, you could make the argument he don't have that much attention on him. Now, I like to think that.
But that's what I mean. I don't think people double Ayuk like that.
See, I actually think they pay more attention to him than they do with Debo a little bit.
That's tough though, because Debo lines up in the fucking backfield.
In terms of passing situations, like I feel like you would single-handed,
but you're not
single cover Debo and you would double Ayuk.
But you don't game plan for Ayuk. You would game plan for Debo and CMC before you would game.
But that's because. Yeah,
circumstances matter. Right. I know that. I know that's
based on their skill set, though.
Yeah,
they could do more. They could catch. They could run. They could do all the gadget shit. Like, you got to prepare more. Well, Ayuk, you know he's going to run those certain route trees because that's what they do week in and week out. You watch the film based on the formations. You know what route he's going to run. He might have an option on this route, or shit happens. But they got to pick that up on film to see what formation they're in, what route he likes to run in this formation versus that formation. Does he have an option here on this play? If we do cover 3, is he going to choose that option where the safety has to come pick him up? In the middle of the field. A lot of the shit plays, bro. Like, there's it's chess. That's what they play.
To go a little bit in a different direction here. Mark Schlereth called Bill Belichick a pig for dating a 24-year-old cheerleader. What do you think about that? I thought he was 100. I thought he was real for that, bro. What does a 75-year-old man have in common with a 24-year-old? I mean, be serious.
I'm right with you, but mind your business.
I got you.
You know
but,
what I mean?
I mean, bro,
Mind your
24
fucking
years old.
business.
Bro, one's getting AARP and the other one just legally was allowed to have beer.
My thing is this: why is that on Belichick? And if I'm Bill Belichick, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm 72 years old. I don't have much time on this earth. You think I give a fuck about what you got to say?
Well, I mean, but that's the point.
What do you mean?
He don't have much time left. He's dating somebody that's 24 years old. Would you care if your daughter was dating her? Dating Bill Belichick? If your daughter came out and said, I'm dating Bill Belichick, what would you say?
Absolutely, I would care. I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're dating
That's
Bill
what I'm
Belichick.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I would tell her, yo, get his money.
Well, then you're hustling.
Yeah. I would have told her that. I'm not a girl dad, though, so I don't ever have to worry about this bullshit.
But
Thank you, Jesus.
at the same time, it's like, what do you think? You think he's a pig for it?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Dude, he's 70 years old.
I want to ask you this.
There's a
I don't think-
50-year age gap.
Nah, he's not a pig. She's just a gold digging whore. There's a difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's 72. He has nothing to lose. Who gives a fuck?
If I was 72 years old and I had the chance to do that too,
Right.
and, I mean, and granted I was divorced.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
feel.
I'd be doing the same exact thing.
Oh my God.
I
I'm
would
not a
feel
pig.
awkward.
I'm not a pig. I don't think I would have picked. I mean, it's just fucking nature. It's what you want.
Yeah.
It's just what you want. She's just a gold digging whore. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Like,
I mean,
yo,
probably, but
like, yo, Bill's confidence is probably through the fucking roof, man. He's probably walking around like,
but what do you go out to dinner and talk about, bro?
"Let's
I mean,
talk
seriously,
about
what do you got-
sex, baby."
Probably don't.
I mean, bro, if he was 70, he's 72. So my dad's 5 years, 1947. He was born in 1952.
Bro, he was 48 when she was born.
That's what he was born in 1952, dude.
I mean, look, when you put it in
We didn't
that
have color
context,
TVs yet.
when you put it in that context, it looks crazy. But 72 and 24, I mean, look, Phil's right.
Bro, he grew up in like the honeymooners era. He didn't have color TV. He had a like when Bill Belichick,
I blame her more than Bill.
when Bill was 24, bro, he had to get up and turn the TV on. He didn't have a remote. That's how old he is.
But my thing is, who cares?
I don't give a fuck. I thought it was funny when I read it, and I thank the good Lord for making me a boy dad.
But that's the thing. Like, if I was 72, I was divorced, and I was by myself, and I just hooked up with a 24-year-old
Bro, if you're
cheerleader.
hooking up, that's
Oh
cool. But
my
you're dating.
God.
What do you go out to dinner and
Oh
talk
my
about?
God, that's even better.
But what do you go out to dinner and talk
I'm
about?
dating. I'm getting steady box. What do you
Dude,
mean?
What are you going out to dinner and
I'm
talking
just
about?
saying that's even better if it's steady. I'm just saying it's better if we're dating. I'm winning in all aspects. I'm not pulling another 24-year-old because I know this is rare.
I know that,
The
but
fact that I could do this, I'm going to take fucking absolutely. I would do it.
I'm not saying that.
Fuck yeah.
It's wrong, though.
It's crazy.
It's wrong.
100% it's wrong.
Come on, bro.
But when you're 72, you think you have the whereabouts. If you give a fuck about what anybody's got to say, you definitely. I feel like that at age 32. I can't imagine 40 years. I ain't gonna give a fuck, bro.
I already don't. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy. It's just when I heard that news, I just started laughing. I'm like, this dude, man, good for Billy. But yeah, no, I think he's big for that.
Yeah, like good for Billy. Like, would I do the same thing? 100%.
I think she's a gold digger, and I think he's a pig. I think if
you gave a blind poll of 100 men, I guarantee I would bet you get 80% of them will say yes. I would love that at age 72.
Of course, I'm not
100%.
saying that, but I'm just like,
that's what I'm saying. But for somebody to call him a pig for that is crazy. Schlereth is not in Bill's shoes. Bill earned that cachet.
yeah, but he didn't fall in love with a 24-year-old dude.
But he earned that
Not
cachet.
about love at that point.
It's not exactly. He's dating her. Okay, they're dating. You think he's gonna marry her? No, they're fucking, bro. They're fucking. What do you?
How do you
Yeah,
date
He has
that?
a boat. They go on a boat.
How do you
on a
date that though?
What do you mean?
How do you like what? I mean, bro, what? Hey,
Go
let me ask you a question. If she
into
says-
any casino in Atlantic City. You see so many of them,
Yeah.
and you know who has the money and who is just the good-looking arm candy. It's just
All
that's just what it is.
Facts.
All right, let me do this then. So I'm 24 years old.
Yeah.
Right. We're 32. Do you think Bill Belichick and her could go on a date to Six Flags?
Why not?
Bill
Why is that
Belichick
even
is 72 years old and can't get on a fucking roller coaster.
Okay.
Okay, then. So
what?
So my point is that there's no fun in that for her outside of money.
That's
so
all
blame her.
That's her
But
fault.
he's also abiding by. Would he like it if his 24-year-old daughter was doing that?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
He absolutely would care. If his daughter was 24 years old dating a 70-year-old man, he would care.
Mike, he obviously doesn't give a fuck. This guy is in public with a 24-year-old.
No, I'm not saying that.
He gives a shit.
He doesn't care because it's him that's reaping the benefits.
Right.
If his daughter was 24 dating my dad,
right,
he would have an issue with that. I promise you.
I don't know.
I promise you.
How can he have an issue with it?
If Gianni or Christian ever came home and told me they were dating a 70-year-old lady, I would smack the shit out of him.
But if he's doing it, how can he get mad at the daughter? He can't.
Well, that would be hypocritical. I'm with you, but I'm just saying he wouldn't approve of it. I'm saying if he wasn't dating a 24-year-old and his 24-year-old daughter said, I'm going out with a 70-year-old man, he would not approve of that.
But he doesn't have to do what's right.
No,
But he don't give a fuck.
I know that, but I'm not saying that. But yeah, dude, you shouldn't be dating somebody 50 years younger than you. I don't care what sex you are. I don't care which way it is. Man is 70 or woman is 70.
And here's the thing. I agree with you. I'm just saying, at 72 years old, if I had the chance and I was divorced and I have a chance to get with a 24-year-old cheerleader.
I'm not saying that.
Bro.
But here's my thing.
I'm taking fucking every Viagra on the shelf.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I know he can afford it. He don't need more than a single Viagra.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, dude.
That's what I'm saying, though, bro. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Let's go to the MLB. I don't care if he's a pig or not. I just thought it was hilarious that that's even happening.
I thought it was great.
All right, so the Phillies are 53-27, tied for the best record in baseball with the Guardians. They had a triple play the other night, which was cool as shit.
Fire, by the way.
First one since 1929.
Crazy.
What do you think about Bryce Harper and the MVP race?
He should be. I think right now he should be the leading candidate in the NL. Phillies are the best team in baseball. He has been piping hot, bro.
I'm going to give you some stats.
It feels like every game he's hitting a homer. He's just locked in. He's been locked in for, I would say, the last couple of weeks. I felt like Bryce has hit like his stride here. I feel like he's so locked in. He's dialed in, and he's playing excellent baseball. Right now, I would say it would be him. I would say Ohtani would be in that discussion. Who else?
Well, here's the thing.
That would be the top two, I would say.
Bryce started out a little slow. But since May 1st, minimum of 100 at-bats, he's first in the NL in home runs, first in RBIs, first in walks, first in extra base hits, first in OBP, first in slugging, first in OPS, and first in TB.
Yeah.
So, like, he's first in every fucking category.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm with you, dude. And the Phillies are number one. So if we judge the MVP based on the number one team, like we do in fucking football, then he should be the MVP.
And here's the thing: they won again today, 6-2.
And look, they're not even at the All-Star game yet. But
I know,
I'm just saying, now to this point, he's 100% the MVP.
And bro, when you look at it, it's like he don't waste an at bat.
No.
And like I know they were talking about the other night where he swung and missed, but it's like, all right, dude, he made one fucking blooper when he overswung for that. And he tried to do too much. Right. And it happens. It's human nature.
It happens, dude.
It happens, dude. It happens.
But I feel like you could put like a lot of MVP in the conversation with the Phillies. Like I feel like Alec Boehm could be, also an MVP candidate. Like he's been awesome, dude. Like he cleans up, bro. Like Alec Boehm has just been awesome. And he's just, we're so lucky to have him, dude. Like he's my favorite Philly, Alec Boehm, by far. But what he's been doing this year is just been, it's incredible. Like the jump that he's made from last year to this year.
He's on pace for 140 something RBIs.
That's what I'm saying. That's insane. He's batting over 300 at the 4 spot. Like that's very difficult.
Behind Bryce.
Yeah. Like he's been excellent, man. 64 RBIs to this year. Like he has 9 homers. If the season ended with his RBIs was 64, that's still fucking good, dude. Last year he had 97. He's going to shatter that.
Oh my, he's going to have that. He might have that by the All-Star break.
Right. He's only 33 away. So yeah, you figured, he's going to shatter that. He'll have about 120, I would say.
Which is insane.
But he's been awesome. He's been elevating his game every single year.
You feel comfortable and confident with him at the plate.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also signed Sanchez for another 4 years. 4 years for $22.5 million.
Love that. I think it's a steal. I mean, I don't understand because
I don't understand why he was so low.
Yeah, because if you look at Taijuan Walker's contract, it was 4 years for $72 million, and you look at him and you're like, I'll take Sanchez over.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Walker. So I'm like, yeah, like 100%. The Phillies got bamboozled on that deal, and I think they know that.
Yeah.
I know he's on the IL too, Taijuan Walker, with a finger injury. But it was interesting timing because I felt like he just got rocked, and his fastball has been really low.
He needed time.
90. It's been in the low 90s. Thompson was saying it was consistently in the low 90s, which is not like him.
He might have took a mental break.
Maybe.
And regroup and got himself together. So, I'm dead ass serious. You know how like players take days off and shit.
Yeah, I mean,
he probably could have just did that, and it's better to do it now because you might need him.
Look, bro, if you're a real ball player, a finger injury is a joke, bro. You're playing through that. I don't give a fuck what happens. You can get hit by a line drive and hit your finger. Yeah. If you're a pitcher, you're just so goddamn competitive. That ain't gonna let you come out of that game. I'm telling you, it's just you're gonna consistently want to be there. So I don't. You might be right about that. I don't hate that theory.
Needed some time.
Yep. Everybody needs it. I mean, God took his time when he made me.
Trust me, I know. You know. I know. Yesterday at 5:30 for show. Guys, thank you for tuning in to episode 207. We'll be back next Wednesday. Wait a minute. Yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday for 208 on July 3rd.
You already. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms, and we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Peace.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinnage. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's a rule.